release, baby, come and feel the beat. Ooh, we are BTM reviews, baby. Nobody does it like us. Hey, you know I want to vibe with honey. Blend it all in harmony, yeah. Yeah, yeah. For the bourbon, top the toys tonight. Ripped his mumble, but we're feeling right. Media spins, but stand our ground. Craft enjoyment, every beat and sound. Dive in the mix will set you free. Here at BTM Reviews, join the symphony. Ooh, we are BTM Reviews, baby. Yeah, yeah. Nobody does it like us. Hey, you know I want you to vibe with honey. Blend it all in harmony, yeah. Stand tall, raise a glass, let's get by. Together we'll make the spirits high. Leave the naysayers in the dust, child. Join the rhythm, sing and get wild. Ooh, we are BTM Reviews, baby. Nobody does it like us. Hey, you know we're about to do sky vibe with honey. Blend it all in harmony, yeah.
Sipping bourbon on a Friday night, just scatter on the ground. BTM's got a story, the media's spinning round. While the grifters steam online, we keep it real and true. We're talking all the good stuff, the things we love to do. Got a camera rolling, perch upon a silver screen. Break it down the hype train, see behind the scenes. Got a camera rolling, perch upon a silver screen. Break it down the hype train, we see behind the scenes. BTM, we're telling it, locking it. Not here for control, let them know what's true. Can't stop the fashion when it goes through. Digging deep into the pile, every toy tells a tale. The bourbon's rich and smooth, the never will we fail. Insights in your pixels, every me and movie track. While falling for the grips, keep the facts intact. With every frame focused on cover what's unseen. Another gear, another spin, the cycles get BTM, telling it like it is. Not here for the drop, man, that's the biz. We'll share all the toy, let them know what's true. Speak it loud, dig it deeper. Never bound to deceiver. Like the way and seek it clear. We got the truth. It's all set there. BTM Review, telling it like it is. Not here for the twat.
Hey guys, this is Dave with BTM Reviews for this Theory Thursday. How's everybody doing tonight? Hope you're doing okay. Almost 50 degrees today in January in Illinois. Crazy. Northern Illinois too. So that's awesome. And it was a good day. I had to go to Montgomery, Illinois today, so not too far. And then tomorrow, nothing scheduled, so except for a conference call. Hey, Jim, remember conference calls?
What's up? I remember conference calls.
Remember those?
Yeah.
Big waste of time, right?
Always hated them.
And everybody wanted to have them so they could talk about everything and push it till next week.
Yes, Crazy Cat Jim is here tonight.
Yes. There's that beautiful. Hey, Bob, how are you, buddy? Eastland Farms, Wingnut, Crazy Cat. So got a conference call. But these ones are kind of good, Jim, because they're from our manufacturers. They kind of let us know like what's coming up and stuff like that. It's something after 14 years of working here that we finally have started doing. So that's fine. How was your day, buddy? Nothing exciting?
Nothing exciting, I learned some stuff today. It was, we got some good stuff to watch, but I learned some stuff today that I was not aware of.
Okay.
That the lower you sell, the lower price that you sell things for, you actually make more profit. That was fascinating to learn today.
Even if the price of making it stays the same?
I don't know,
Oh.
Because according to this person who's, he seems like he knows a lot, he's always talking about stuff that you would have to be producing it cheaper if you sell it for cheaper.
You would have to, you would think. Yeah. Right?
And also this person also had another brilliant thing that the more people you have working for you actually means you're making more money. Because it's obviously more expensive for you to do everything yourself. That's what he said,
What's the first thing companies try to get rid of, Jim?
Excess costs.
Overhead, right?
Overhead, yeah.
Overhead. And most of the time employees are considered overhead, right?
I mean, that's honestly, yeah. I mean, every fucking day we were looking at, can we get rid of people?
Exactly.
Every day.
Exactly. It's not, it doesn't matter.
Is anybody redundant? And it's not in a bad way to say like we were going to fire them, just get them off that particular job to another job. You know what I mean? Like as soon as we could set them, you know what I mean? But
if you want to make it
sometimes we got to actually get rid of them. That was always fun.
But it was also cool though when you were doing a contract when they paid you the same no matter what based on how many people you had on the job, right? But those
it was always that's always how it was.
Right.
It was very rare to have the contracts where it was like what was called T&M, time and material, where you were paid and they were just paying you, and so it didn't matter. I mean that.
But you guys are trying to cut people to make more profit.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and still
because it affected my bonus.
Yeah. Right, sure. Yeah, well, of course. Exactly.
The more money a project made, the more bigger my bonus was, and and I kind of enjoyed them bonuses. That's how you buy
nice
cars and stuff.
Sure, maybe eat a nice steak and shit like that. Of course.
Can I ask a question about that math, Jim?
What math? Go ahead.
So the amount of money that you spend on a department or don't spend on a department also affects your bonus.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So doesn't that promote that a specific department doesn't get everything that they need to get the job done, or at least gets the minimal amount?
No, I mean,
because I found that trying to get until recently, we need fill in the blank, and fill in the blank wouldn't show up for a while because
they could save a few bucks until they got there.
Right.
There are
some where we can't actually do what we're supposed to.
Yeah, there are some companies that operate like that, and it's not good.
Because,
you need to get what you know what I mean. Because in all reality, like companies that are really successful, realize that the most expensive thing you have is manpower.
Yes.
You never want idle manpower.
So
And you never want to have to always consistently retrain people, Jim, because training's expensive.
Right. But you don't want guys standing around doing nothing because, well, I didn't want to buy I didn't want to buy that extra wire. I didn't want to buy that pipe. I didn't want to get that order in, until next week because I didn't want it sitting around. No.
So, but and I don't know how it works with you guys. I know, Dave, you're in sales, but the sales department needs to get the work so that the people aren't standing around doing nothing. And I understand there's I'm
a little different in that department. I'm a little different there. Right. Yeah. So like the manufacturer depends on us for the sale so that they can keep their people working. Right. I mean, when we sell it, it's my boss and his wife that ship it out. Right. So we're not that big, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But
sales is you don't have sales, you don't have product.
Well, I think Jim's got a video that's going to explain economics perfectly.
I'm looking for it.
Is it a Schoolhouse Rock video? I hope it's a Schoolhouse Rock video.
It could probably be.
Or is it the Elmer Fudd? Is it the Elmer Fudd explaining business?
I don't think they would classify it as real math. That's the problem.
What is
because it won't make no fucking sense. What's up, Kevin? Jim's had his back. It's been weeks. But he got a 4-star hat. He's a Medicare hat, right?
Oh, hey, Jim, the lumberjack. What is going on?
Oh, wait. We gotta hold on a second. We gotta put Jim Solo. Show the chat your shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that great piece of merch.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that. Available.
Man, what a conversation starter. And the conversation starting, it sounds like this. What?
What?
What is that?
Yeah. That's a beautiful piece of artwork.
It reminds me of a rat fink.
So here's the video. It says here, this is by Stray Beans. He says,
he's on
holy
the show.
Smokes, I knew Be Clowned Zero response to TGWOS performing so badly, which is the gay war of segregation. Performing so badly would be stupid, but this is on another level. Suddenly, money isn't the metric of success for the Rippaverse. Books costing less equals to higher profits, and it's all related to Ethan Van Sciver somehow.
What?
Yeah. And everything.
What are we really talking about here? You're literally saying that, the Rippaverse is failing. You're laughing at him not having this talent from this talent agency work with him any longer, yet you can't even outsell a limited series as far as books. And the campaign just went live yesterday, so it's been, 24 hours, a little bit over, and he sold more books than you with that.
I don't know what he's talking about. You can't even outsell a limited series, or I don't know what he's talking about.
Ethan? Did Ethan make a comment or something on a stream last night? Is that why he's making this retaliation video?
I don't know. I don't know who he's talking about.
I wish Stray Beans was here so he could tell us.
Is there any way that he can get a camera that doesn't display in like a Atari 2600?
No, see, that's the thing. It's not the camera. The camera's picking up his smell.
It's picking up.
So it's why.
It's like that. What was it? Pigpen from fucking Charlie Brown. That's the camera's picking up the fumes. So
it's the waft division.
Yeah, waft division. Yeah, it's yeah. So here, we'll go back a little bit because
that was weird.
You can't even outsell a limited series. Is he talking about the limited series of this book? I
guess so. The Fornication of America, whatever it's called.
Yeah. Because he's only sold 2,000 books out of that. So who's he talking to? Someone that hasn't sold 2,000? I don't know. I'm confused. We'll see though.
Series as far as books, and the campaign just went live yesterday. So it's been 24 hours.
Well, Mr. Sturgis, if you look at the numbers and how campaigns work, or whatever you want to call it, collections, campaigns. Generally, the first 24 hours is predictive of how well it's going to finish out. Pretty close. There was this guy who used to, be a detractor, but now he's a Rippaverse fan named Chris Bacon.
Yeah,
he supports the Rippaverse all the way now. But he used to do some breakdowns of these, and basically, it would be around 62% of total sales would be the first 24 hours.
Well, I'm gonna just to prove Jim's fact. We looked at this last night, and he had sold like 2,400 books last night, and today he has sold 2,464 books. So it's pretty much came to a standstill.
I'm still upset that we lost Chris Bacon.
Yeah, well,
there was no moment of silence or anything. It was just see you later. Nobody cared.
No, he just wants to help people, so he's focusing on helping the lessers among us. You know, so that's all. He's moved on to bigger and better
so it's
things.
more like a mission trip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
All right. All right.
And
I thought we lost him forever. I didn't know it was going to come.
Apparently, this book is going to ship on March 3rd. So he's got 29 days left of this campaign. What is he going to get to? Like 4,000 books, maybe, Jim?
Probably 4,500, maybe 4,000, 4,500.
Yeah. So
it'll be about a two. You know,
I had to pull that
it's
out.
actually, you know what I mean. In all honesty, and you know, just honest.
Sure.
It's a book I wouldn't mind reading. To tell you the truth, I'd like to see if it's what the story is.
You're always tempted, dude. You're always afraid it's going to be good and you're going to miss it.
Is this
Trust
the fictional?
It'll be available in 6 months for $5.
Yeah, this is like how the whole thing started.
Is the fictional history thing. Yeah, I'm a sucker for fictional history.
You know, like how it started, how they got their superpowers, how Floor Spark became its own country.
Right. There's two parts of it. One is the fictional history part that you'd be interested in. You know what I mean? It's like it goes with the whole just the mystery of the whole universe. And two, how bad is he going to fuck this thing up?
Well, he's not writing it, is he?
Chuck Dixon.
Yeah, Chuck Dixon's writing it.
Okay.
The
Chuck
author,
Dixon's writing it.
I forget the author's or the artist's name. We were looking at it last night. He has an art book available, by the way.
Isn't there like a Joe Biden factor? You know, never underestimate his ability to fuck things up.
The artist
does it matter who's writing it?
The artist's name is Jack Herbert. So the art of Jack Herbert. So they got a $20 art book by Jack Herbert in his campaign.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't. That's another thing too. Like, I don't understand this whole thing. Like, everyone is speculating that it's Glass House that separated, which I don't. Who was he? That's all his art was done by Glass House people. So who the fuck was he dealing with? I don't understand. But they're still doing these books. Like, they didn't stop these books, right?
Well, he
doesn't look like he sucks. He looks like his stuff is all right.
Yeah, I mean, he had some stuff with DC and Marvel. It looked like in the 2000s and 2016, like a couple one-offs, maybe a couple short runs, or
checking out his gallery.
But I'm I'm really leery of all these Brazilians because they all seem to use SketchUp.
Yeah.
Especially for Eric, especially for this. Yeah, for this product. Yeah, because I got like they're on a fucking crazy deadline. And they don't even probably get the script, until they got 20 days left to get this shit done.
Well, and has Eric, do you agree that he may have earned a reputation for not knowing what he's looking at, and so that's going to invite people who are?
Well, that's what he hired Kanan for protection.
But Kanan knows that Eric doesn't know what he's looking at also.
Yeah, but that's why you hire Kanan, to make sure.
Kanan is doing his own book now, if I'm not mistaken. Kanan is doing the
something in that bear.
Sarshori, whatever it is. Say You're Sorry.
What is
Say You're Sorry
on?
book? I think it's the Say You're Sorry book.
Cynic. How are you?
I'm good, brother.
That's good.
I made it to the big show tonight. It wasn't you guys. It was all about Cynic.
Where's that at?
Oh, Toothless.
Oh,
over on Toothless's channel.
Oh,
he made a whole segment. Scroll through all of our DMs together.
Why does he do that? He shouldn't do that. That ain't cool. But anyway, so this is the thing. So this is interesting. So pay attention.
That is the gayest shit, Jim. I mean, that is awful.
I don't know. You know what? Honestly, Front Tony's never
talking about. Yeah.
He's never done anything to me personally. He's true, so I don't have anything against the guy.
Really? He literally brought you onto his panel and shit on you for liking Good Ying. Shit on you,
Yeah.
Jim. Like that was the first time I ever saw you on stream, and
He did shit on you pretty hard, dude.
I fucking felt bad. I was in the chat going,
All right, look. Take
Did
the
you
cables
like
off.
Good Ying?
Take the
Because I
cables
feel
off.
a
All right.
turd
You're
coming
not going
on.
to charge me up. All right. I'm
I'm
good.
not trying to
all right?
charge you off.
Put it over
I'm trying to
and
charge
he
you
sold
up,
more.
dude.
You
All
say
right.
that he liked
Just
Good
telling the
Ying?
truth. And if I did have them on, they'd be on your nipples.
You know, he made some valid points about Gooding and made me rethink some of my, my thoughts about it, things that I didn't really pay attention to. But as I said, and he took offense to what I said,
Hmm.
and thought I was like personally attacking him when I wasn't. And all I said was, well, maybe he just, he's looking at things, he's overanalyzing and looking at things because it's the Rippaverse and he wants to find things. And he said, I would never do that. And okay, fine, But yeah, I don't,
Jim
So he was pointing out the finer.
Yes.
He was pointing out the finer points of subtlety in the writing and stuff like that. And you were like, oh, okay.
No, he was looking at a fucking floating piece of bread or something, not on one panel and on
it
the
was like
next
the
panel.
spaghetti and turkey or lasagna or whatever it was. And I'm like, I didn't even notice what the fuck they were eating because it didn't matter to the story to me.
Right.
Yeah, you didn't care about that. You were wanting the story. Anyway, I didn't mean to bring the panel down. I just thought it was funny that he was. I am now the subject of ire of Voldemort. so down bad he has to show my DMs. You fucking nerd.
Yeah, but you kind of got what you wanted, though, right?
A little bit.
Okay,
I
all right.
pretty,
I just want to make
not
sure.
gonna lie,
A
little fucking bit. I'm a little
it's-
into it, right? I'm a little bricked up. ID.
It's still
everyone's probably wondering why we're watching a Sturgis video on Theory Thursday. Well, because this is a theory
that we need to have explained.
Yeah,
Okay.
that somehow the less you sell things for, the more money you make.
Oh, it's going to be
Well,
one of
walk
those
it out for me.
circular.
Well, here we go.
More books than you with that, and I'm sure Yaira number 2 is going to outsell Cyberfrog 3 as far as total books sold, which is really the most important metric. I know you guys like to be all about the money, and you guys like to.
Wait, he thinks Yaira number 2 is going to outsell Cyberfrog 3. I don't see that happening.
In total books sold.
I don't see that happening at all.
That's clip worthy.
Well, that's why he clipped it.
Super clip
But
worthy.
I mean, Cyberfrog 3 is already at like almost like $800,000 or $900,000. I mean,
dude, he just said though, now it's about, you guys think it's about the money and you guys like to pocket watch. Shut the fuck up, dude. They all
wait a minute. They're talking about people that we've talking to the guy that talks about $3.7 million. $3.7 million. $3.7 million.
Yeah.
Well, when you consider the very beginning of this thing, Eric was talking about transparency and how he's going to let everybody know what's going on financially with the business, even though nobody asked him to do that.
Yeah, but that was a selling point.
I know, but how can you tell everybody else that they're pocket watchers when you're showing them the inside of your pocket? Look in here. Look in my pocket. I'm going to tell everybody everything about this business in the pocket. And then,
but
stop pocket watching.
If we're pocket watching, how does Sturgis know what Cyberfrog 3 is selling for?
He's pocket watching.
I get that too.
Oh, wait, yeah, that right.
It's all out there.
That's an SJW thing, right? They only say you shouldn't do what they've already been doing.
Yes, projection. Yes. Yeah, sure.
Moo Buckaroo for $2. Thank you, Moo. Tony is on the warpath. I'm out of the loop.
He's on the dork path. I'm so mad. I'm so mad at everybody. I'm gonna leak DMs. You know what that's gonna teach everybody? Don't DM Tony, because if he gets mad at you, he'll leak your DMs. You think TBS will be DMing him?
He put mine on screen last night, and there was absolutely nothing to see.
There's nothing to see in mine and his either.
There you go, Ruby. I just sent it to you, buddy. I mean, are you serious? Like, dude.
Yeah, I did get what I want.
Again, I would never, ever dream of sending DMs to anybody. First of all, they're fucking boring when I DM somebody, right? It's a stupid question or something. It's weird.
You're nowhere near as verbose in a DM as you are here.
I don't want to be. I don't need that.
I don't know. Hold on. Dave's pretty verbose in my DMs. He sends me some pretty fucking funny shit. and he's
Yeah.
just like he sends me a lot of good gold, and it's like,
Oh,
what do you
yeah?
think about? Yeah, he's pretty a little
Now,
wild.
now I'm jealous. How come you
Cynic-
don't talk to me like you talk to those guys? What am I, chopped liver?
Cynic, what do you think about the theory that Sturgis doesn't have a bad camera? It's just the camera's actually so good it's picking up the fumes coming off.
Yes.
Oh fuck!
Yeah. What
that
was
is,
it? Was it
It's the Linus aura.
vision?
Yeah, it's like the
Yeah.
like the stank
Yeah,
stank
that's
lines.
he's just got a high grade. He's got a 4K camera picking up the
Yeah.
stank.
Yeah,
Kevin
pick up the
Chris
stank.
Sarah.
Big psychopath. He says,
No
"Why would
worries.
anybody say anything sensitive to frog agony?"
Which
don't
frog
know.
are we talking about? There's a lot
Tony.
of frogs out there. Frog
Tony.
Tony.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's.
What do
on
you
the
call it
spectrum
last
a
night,
little bit.
Cynic? He's crashing.
He's crashing out. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's crashing
yeah?
out. Is what it's called, boys. Yeah.
I kind of
And I
enjoy
hate,
it
I hate
a
that
little
I've been
bit.
using that word because I've had to use it like 50 times today, talking about all this stuff. It's a crash out. It's literally just nose down. I'm going scotched earth, right? I'm
Mhm.
crashing the plane. I'm crashing
It's
out.
a
The hell
what
with
take.
everything.
It's like a taking my ball and going home or something.
Pretty
don't know.
much, yeah.
I don't know. Doesn't matter. I mean, he stream sniped us last night, and we're like talking about what the fuck Wednesday.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so fucking
Yeah.
stupid. It's funny. I'm not gonna lie. Like I am getting a little bricked up thinking that a grown man is sitting around all day at work going, "Oh, I'm gonna get him. Oh, I'm gonna do a whole stream on him. Let me get all the DMs together. Oh, I'm
No.
mad."
Social media does things to people, man.
It's brain rot. Kevin Prostero said, "Did he show the DMs of you being stimulated, cynic, or crazy cat?"
Yeah, everybody knows your secret.
That's pretty good, Kevin. That's real good. I had to use that term 30 times a day while I was scoured the internet trying to dredge up internet clout. Yeah, right.
Hold on. This is the thing I don't understand. Hold on. I don't stream on any channel that gets over 100 subs.
You mean live views?
Or live viewers. What clout am I trying to dredge up from anybody? Wouldn't I be like talking to Ethan in some of the DM groups, going, "Hey man, cozying up to him or Dick Masterson or Shane or somebody"?
Well, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, that's what I would be if I was trying to clout chase. I would be big upping everything they post, right?
Sure. Right.
Kill me.
My,
Yeah.
my big plan is to get them to come to me.
Yeah.
That's my big plan. Now I'm not
Wait it
streaming a whole lot. I just show up on this channel mostly.
All I
And
do
that's
is
as
go
far
to
as
the
it goes, but I think it's gonna work someday.
The only person I really do kind
Or
of
do you like to
clout
come
chase
to the
off
most
of.
racist channel on the internet, according to Frog Tony?
This one?
Exactly.
I'm the most racist YouTuber on YouTube.
I mean, you are pretty white for a white guy, but you know.
Pretty
Sleeping
flat for a white
psychopathy.
guy.
I am not crazy cat. It's just a wild theory Thursday thing.
Hi guys.
What's up,
So-
Ruby?
Hey, Ruby.
Maddie didn't.
I don't think
Oh,
I've
nothing
Oh,
much.
Ruby! Hold on, I
Stream
didn't
with
even
you
think
before.
about this. Ruby is even bigger than I am because he put a $250 goal to EFAP Ruby's entire stream.
Oh, he did that?
Yeah, he got $1.
Oh, that's not cool.
He got $1 for that?
Got $1. Yeah.
Oh, I got one fan. Y'all go and give Tony some fucking
Dude, they were
money. That
they
was
were
really
on
bad.
your stream before Tony started watching you anyway, dude.
Yeah, there's no point in fucking going over.
Right. They were watching you live do it. Like
Yeah.
it's the same people.
My
Moving
stream
from
was-
channel
and
to
my stream
channel.
was and my stream was far more entertaining than what he's doing. I crashed the fuck out, guys. You guys see that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we
saw it,
watched.
dude. I was concerned.
How am I not funny?
I said you're funnier than Cynic, and you told me you're not funny.
I am funnier than Cynic.
Let's
Yeah,
get back to
I
this
don't disagree.
guy.
What are we really talking about here? You're literally saying that, oh, the Ripverse is failing. You're laughing at him not having this talent from this talent agency work with him any longer.
He edited this too. Did you see that? How it was like chopped?
Mhm.
Tony's my
Yeah.
Sturgis.
Yet you can't even outsell a limited
Did you
series as
change
far
it
as
from-
books.
did he change
And the
it from
campaign
the-
just went live yesterday, so it's been what 24 hours, a little bit over, and he sold more books than you with that. And I'm sure y'all
This is also specific.
I'm not a detractor.
I'm not a detractor.
That's
Don't
got to be
cheat, Aaron.
Julio.
No, I know who it is. I can't say though, because that would be cheating.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Oh, my man. What's up, Chris?
Smooth bacon?
Oh man, it's Chris. I gotta go. Bye. Bye, guys.
Hey, Chris.
I couldn't act fast enough. I'm sorry, Chris, man. Don't kill me, dog. I'm sorry. Don't shoot.
I knew if we talked about the numbers, Chris would show up. Oh yeah.
Okay, I want to make something clear before we get started here.
Back from your
I
mission trip.
am not here to express any personal opinions or views about this subject matter. And any numbers or math or business that I will be discussing is based on completely hypothetical situations and not at all directed towards the actual business dealings of the Rippaverse.
So
There
this
will
is
be
not fact-based
These will be
intelligence.
hypothetical
Okay. Right.
situations only.
Okay,
Okay.
good, cool. Hey, so hypothetically, Chris, if someone was to sell less books for less money, they would make more profit, right?
100%.
Cool.
100%.
And if they
Awesome.
use more employees to fulfill those orders, it would make more money as well, right?
100%.
All
So
right, cool, good.
I
Thank
know
you. All right.
somebody
So
had posted
The broom you're
again,
using is a hypothetical broom.
a hypothetical situation that if a business was fulfilling multiple projects within the same month, let's call it March 2025,
Mhm.
that stuck out to me that you might be doing that because you're trying to consolidate your fulfillment for the purposes of maximizing labor expenditures and not having to have a lot of, say, other employees involved over a longer period of time or on a monthly basis, that you would have multiple projects fulfilling within just a single 30-day period. But
Oh,
again,
but wouldn't that imply then that the person, that this hypothetical business or person doesn't have full-time employees that he pays a salary, that they're actually hourly employees that only work when they're needed?
that would be accurate. That would be my assumption.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
Mm.
All right. Well, let's see what this guy's saying here.
Chris always.
Gyro
with the
number
numbers,
2 is
man.
going to outsell
That's my
Cyberpunk
ninja.
3 as far as total books sold, which is really the most important metric. I know you guys like to be all about the money and you guys like to pocket watch, but
Wow.
when books cost
Wow.
less, he makes
No.
more profit because the books are cheaper to produce. The
It
books
keeps
are cheaper
getting
to
worse
ship
and
as
worse.
well
The
because
fucking
shipping prices are
blinking
down.
kills on it.
Okay, that's a lie. Shipping prices are not down.
Yeah, Chris, didn't you have
Not yet.
some shipping numbers where you had purchased something?
No, I'll say this because it is actually pertinent. I went to
Okay.
the Rippaverse website, and for me personally, I thought this was going to be an interesting story, right? The war of separation, because that's something that people were asking about, like, well, how did this happen? How did Texas become independent? I was like,
I
okay,
thought it was the war of segregation.
whatever. Separation, segregation, incarceration, who fucking cares?
Oh,
Anyway,
Separation. Separation.
so when I looked at it, I was thinking, okay, if I'm going to purchase a book for $14, I just am diametrically opposed to paying over 50% of that price for just shipping. Okay. I don't need, for me personally, again, a Gemini mailer box or whatever. Just put it in a bag that you would get from Amazon, right? For like a small item.
Yeah,
Throw
a
it in-
padded envelope.
Stick
Yeah.
it in a lay flat.
Yeah, whatever. And send it to me through the postal service. I don't need FedEx, especially if I'm purchasing something that's not going to fulfill for 30, 40 days. If it's going to take that long, why the fuck do I care when it finally gets there? Whether it's an extra day or a week or whatever, who gives a shit? So that was a question I had. And actually, Mike Wheeler responded. Very nice in the correspondent. And he just said, in this industry, that's pretty standard for what I screenshotted. And I said, well, that may be true, but I mean, I'm a customer and I'm telling you, this is a barrier of entry for me to purchase this particular product. What are you going to do about it? Or what would you be prepared? Tell me to, who gives a shit? Or, work with me? Or do you have digital? And he actually said he had digital. and he linked a site where you can, I think it was a subscription site, and I couldn't see if there was like a way to purchase it one off, but it was like $8 for a subscription, and you could look at all the stuff. So if you're just looking to, I guess, catch up, $8 to read all this stuff, that sounded pretty good. And I was thinking, and I responded to Mike Wheeler. I said, well, if the Rippaverse had this available through their membership tier where you could get these books digitally, that would be good. Especially if you're looking to increase membership. But again, that was a very specific example for something I posted and not a hypothetical business situation. But yeah, I don't understand why that's an issue. But yes, shipping is a huge barrier of entry because it's kind of like it's a psychological thing as a customer, right?
Yeah.
Is $8.50 going to break me? No, but I'm not going to pay $8.50 for something that costs $14. That just
it's
doesn't
not
sit well
logical
with
in your brain. It's like, why would I do that? Like,
Well, especially for a luxury or not a luxury item, but it's not a necessity.
right. It's like, why don't
It's
I?
entertainment.
That's when you feel like buying the $30 cover has more value as a consumer, Chris. Like, well, at least I paid $30 for the book, but then you have a $30 book that you don't give a fuck about. You just wanted to read the book.
Yeah. Digital it's for, especially if you're running a warehouse and you want to keep your overhead down. Clearly, a click is a lot easier for a point of entry. You've got an entire universe you're trying to build, and you want to entice people into buying a book that they think is going to be worth something on the secondary market. Okay, agreed that that's something that Eric doesn't understand. But if he wants to get people to dip their toe in the water, digital is the way to do it.
Well, the worst part is like Chris could drive to the fucking warehouse and pick it up for $1.50 in gas.
Yeah, or just send him a self-addressed stamped envelope and just like, here, send it back to me.
Right.
Well, when you get there, can you get me something?
Oh, sure.
Okay, cool.
$20 off the window that Riley put up there.
Well, I was going to talk about it off stream, but now that the cat's out of the bag,
I got you.
All right.
But I'll say this, getting back to this hypothetical situation, one of the things that he is dead wrong about is the books being the main source of
what matters the most.
Yeah,
right.
I guess so. Yeah, what matters the most. I was just trying to think of what word he used. Here's why that doesn't matter. Because if I, for example, bought 14 copies of the same book in a $5 sale, who gives a shit? I bought one person, me bought $14 or 14 books worth of stuff. You're still only capturing one customer.
Correct.
If you have a limited number of customers, the price that you care about the most, the figure you should care about the most is that person's spending, right? I'm spending how much money at your place. That's what matters. And that's a quality customer. The type of customer that you're wanting to attract, especially if you've got a audience that's not growing.
Wow. So actually when he did the $5 sale, he actually made more money.
According to this theory.
Yeah. Wow.
According to this theory Thursday, shipping prices are down, books are cheaper, and it doesn't matter how much revenue he makes because you guys are just pocket watching. What matters is how many books go out the door.
How much did it cost to print each one?
So when Eric pays his fucking employees in books because he ain't making no money, is that what they're going to say? Good job, boss. You sold a bunch of books, and now I get to sell these books on the secondary market for nothing. It's ridiculous. The company I sell for wants to make as much money on every piece of product they sell out. And that's why we sell accessories like Eric sells T-shirts and posters and shit. And that's what you're talking about, the customer, not just buying the $14 book. You want them to buy the $14 book and all the accessories because it's like they're whales, right, Chris?
And it's not only that, you obviously want to sell more to each customer, right? Just like if you are doing any type of business, you are going to cater more to a customer who's spending more with you than one who's spending less. First off, and then second of all, you're going to increase your margin. Just like in any business, anybody who's done, I don't know, anything that involves sales, when you're doing more product to a person to increase that, you're increasing your profitability as a result. So, give you an example. Every time you're touching an item or you're selling an item, it's costing you money. You've got the cost of the product, you've got the cost of the labor to ship it, and all of these things. So, going to this example, if person A is buying a book and person B is buying a poster, it's going to cost you more money to ship both of those products to individual people. Now, if person C buys a book and a poster, you're limiting the touches that you have to make. You're limiting labor cost. You're typically going to be more efficient, and the cost of that sale for both of those products is going to be less than if you do them separately. So selling more items doesn't necessarily mean a thing. You want to have as many items going out to one person as possible to, again, save on labor costs, save on overhead, all of these other things, packaging material, whatever the case may be. Here's an example that even he would understand. If I'm ordering a book, I'm getting a Gemini mailer for one book. And then if I go back 10 minutes later and order another book under a different name, I'm getting 2 of those Gemini mailers. Each one of those mailers, it's my understanding, those boxes cost $1. Is that about right? I think from what I understand.
Yeah, ish.
So if I am ordering 2 books together, I'm only needing one of those mailers. So that saved $1.
This is a shipping thing that comes up in like trash casts and stuff every once in a while. You'll hear Ethan talk about, I ordered, there'll be a chat or some communication about, I ordered this, I backed it this many times. Now they's got to get in touch with the kids from the warehouse to put it all in one box versus 2 because they're
save on the shipping. Sure. Yeah.
Exactly. Right.
Right. So then, of course, you're saving on the shipping cost because even though the customer is paying some of it, assuming that he is having to have some sort of cost involved with that, whether again it's labor to do that or whatever the case may be. With again in the hypothetical situation, that's why I believe this particular business, the hypothetical business, is consolidating multiple projects and fulfillments within the same 30-day period, and not just having a continuous rollout of product over, all these different months.
I can ask you a question Jim, about math too. This is a theory that I've just thought about. How can the books be cheaper to produce if you were having the printer make 100,000 copies versus maybe 10,000 copies or 8,000?
Maybe somebody just is doing you a favor. I have no idea.
But generally speaking, the more you do, the cheaper it comes down. Like price per book comes down, the more you do, and also the the reduction in price though. Like him lowering the number of books, like he printed 100,000 Ice on Ones and he got them for $250 a book. If he's only produced 15,000, say Yaira 2s, he's not going to get that big of a discount. So he might be paying $3 per book, but it might be slightly cheaper because instead of 100 pages, it's only 50 pages. So it might be $290 a book.
Yeah, and on the printer end, I'm just going to go back to like some examples I have from real world jobs where I've had to work with printers in the industry that I work with. Say you've got multiple different inks that you're using, and if you're doing these types of books or whatever, you might have a lot of various inks that aren't something that people are using regularly, whatever the case may be. And if you're able to buy that ink more in bulk, obviously you're going to save more than if you're not. So yeah, I mean, like you're going to have different things that are going to bring that cost down, whether it's more paper, those specialty covers, whatever the case may be. If you're ordering more materials, you're typically getting them in bulk and more of a discount. But at a certain point, I don't know if it gets to where it's really that big of a difference or is it negligible. But I'm assuming for a small business, every dollar, would count, just like you wouldn't be throwing out Gemini mailer boxes for, no reason if you didn't have to, knowing those things are costing you $1
depends.
a piece.
I don't know. I don't know if a printer works the same way that a painter does, but if I have to get a specific color to paint or fix somebody's, vehicle or bike or whatever, they don't keep the paint. I do.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why is because, if I have it and they need to have something fixed, I don't need to go look for it again. The printer may work something like that, specifically to your point, the same way where, okay, it's a specialized ink and whatever, and they'll charge the customer for it, something, but what is the customer going to do with printer ink unless they're a printer?
Right.
So you just kind of keep it. So yeah, you might upcharge because you had to go do that, and then maybe portion it out. I don't know. I used this much of it, whatever, and put 30% on top of that because why not? Everybody, that's just common practice.
Well, another thing too, and I know this for a fact, when you're running something through these commercial printers, right? Not the inkjet thing that you've got sitting on your desk at home.
Right.
When you're running a project through that, you're going to finish the project because you've got to change panels. You've got to change all kinds of stuff. These commercial printers are large pieces of equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on what you're looking at as far as size, these things can be, 40, 50 feet long. They can be 12 feet high. Things you've got to get on step ladders and sometimes extension ladders to maintain and all of these things. So when you're going to a printer, and I found this out from doing insurance claims with these folks, they've got to then, after a project, go through, service the printer, clean the printer, change all of these things that are basically producing downtime for that printer. Well, that costs money. So if you're running a heavier, load through a printer where they're saying, okay, I'm going to print out all your books at once and it's going to take me, 3 days.
Right.
And they're going to be able to constantly run that and not have that downtime. As opposed to smaller projects where you're going to say, okay, now it's done. I have to now service my printer, clean my printer,
set up for the next book, right?
Yeah, set up new parameters and all that other stuff. That's costing them money, which of course they're going to pass on to you. So
I'll tell you what, man, I'm constantly amazed at how efficient some of these print places are. And, not necessarily for doing books and stuff, but, when you go through places like Vistaprint or Gotprint or whatever, and their turnaround for 500 business cards is a week,
3 days. Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing, but it's not what I learned about in Votech in the 4-color printing process. You know what I mean? Where it's cyan, magenta, yellow, and black, and I'm sure that happens now in commercial printing and large format stuff, but they're just coming up with new shit all the time. And it's and you're talking about like full color 2 sides for $50 for 1,000 cards.
Can you make Sturgis get out of my face? We only got 30 seconds left, Jim. Let's finish off this.
The books are cheaper to produce. The books are cheaper to ship as well because shipping prices are down with the Rippaverse, and so he makes more money on the books. Well, Ethan is selling his books for 25 plus shipping, or even plus in price, and he's not even selling more books, so he's definitely not making more money because he's doing all the stuff himself. He's not getting these.
Yeah, so see, if you do all the stuff yourself and don't pay people, you're going to make less money. If you pay people, you'll make more money.
But you don't think Ethan has deals with printers? You don't think he has publishing deals?
No, Ethan does everything himself. Ethan has his wife out there with an old-fashioned printing press, like you saw on just she's resetting the print types and everything, and out there doing plates and stamping them out. And,
their dog's name is Gutenberg.
Wow. Okay. Ethan's only been doing this forever.
Deals or printing deals that Eric is getting. But let's get into this.
Yeah, Ethan doesn't get any of the deals Eric gets because Eric is, Eric is Eric,
Sebastian Anon for $5 says Zach has spoken at length about the economics of making print runs for comics. He said you need a minimum number to make it worth the cost. Yeah, and I'm sure 2,500 books is worth the cost. Because we got a lot of guys, in indie comics, that are doing 200 books, right? Or 300 books, and it's worth it to them to get the books out. I don't know. When Eric gets down to 500 books one day, I don't think it will be worth his time anymore at that point. He'll go back to fucking YouTubing. Don't you think? Like,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I'm that theory, Jim, of only Eric has publishing deals is pretty interesting. Just saying. Like,
well, yeah, Eric is,
the only one.
He's the crackhead Stan Lee.
So,
I don't even think, is Eric actually trying to be a comic book Gnostic, or is that just what all of his fans think he is?
That's just what all his fans think he is.
He's not doing it on purpose, but he's not telling them that he's
to
not
stop.
either.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Like, guys, I'm just selling a product here, guys. Stop making me this.
He's just selling shit in the hopes that somebody comes along and says, "Hey, we'd like to make a shit TV show or a shit cartoon or a shit movie out of that shit you're selling."
Mm-hmm.
I have this image in my head of C-3PO being levitated in the air. He doesn't know how it's happening, but all the Ewoks are worshiping him.
Right.
Yes. Definitely.
Good morning, observers. Today we're going to hit interesting science on stellar superflaring, an interesting connection between economics and sunspots, and an incredible discovery about the moon. But we're starting, as always, with the last 24 hours on our star. Massive coronal hole dominates the Earth-facing heliographic longitudes, brightness and snake-like plasma filaments incoming behind them. We don't have much in the way of space weather activity, but the potential for it is rising quickly. First, we have a growing sunspot situation. After 2 days ago, we had a nearly blank half of the sun. We now see the new groups have taken over the incoming limb. Magnetic complexity is minor to modest right now, but it is developing. Significant motion and morphing in the central region of the sunspot group. Eyes there if we're going to get a flare today. But it may not be a flare. The plasma filaments are numerous and, all of a sudden, we've got some pretty solid size. Biggest ones are turning in on the south there, thin, dark ropes of plasma in the corona. Then, of course, we know that a non-shockwave-based solar wind enhancement due to this coronal hole is due at Earth either tomorrow or Saturday. Minor geomagnetic activity.
Did he say thin, dark ropes?
I think he did, Ruby. Did your ears perk up?
I, as long as he didn't say thick white ropes, we'll be all right.
I think Ruby and Cynic are having a private conversation in the back somewhere. They've been muted for a long ass time.
Well, they're eating.
Dude, no, I've literally been making jokes. I didn't know I was muted because I was DMing somebody, bro.
Man,
that was
all of that.
That was super funny, man. Those jokes were so funny.
Yeah,
all that material just wasted.
Kevin
I was seriously
Kevin
thinking.
Prospero was like, "God damn, this is perfect."
Damn it, Jim, stop it. I was sitting there going, these motherfuckers are just no-selling me the whole time. All right,
no,
fine, fuck you.
What happened?
I'm like, Ruby and Simulator are watching Frog Tony taking notes. Like, fucking.
No, I was DMing a buddy.
It would have been really cool if you'd have just rage quit. Nobody knew why. Because
you were talking to Finbar.
Yeah,
no, fuck no, I wasn't. And fuck that faggot, dude. This
Yeah.
gay.
You were talking to Coleon Noir.
Is disgusting.
Finbar.
So gay.
He just want to know the rules to the Monday stream.
We've already told him the fucking rules like 6 times. He's a woman, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what
He
are the
obviously
rules?
doesn't fucking listen.
In the thin black ropes.
Yeah, I was sitting there. I was like, why
should
did
get at
fucking
least
Ruby
one
say anything
auroral
to that?
outbreak during the impact. We're moving on, but sticking with stellar activity. While the sun can and does superflare, it's nothing compared to some of the superflares we see on other stars. Depending on which slice of energetic release you're focused on here, this was somewhere between an X10,000 and X10 million superflare. Anything in that range is going to end life on Earth if it happened on the sun. Luckily, G-type stars don't tend to boom that big. Up next, we're looking at the stamping proof of a previously suggested concept. Employment now fully and forcefully demonstrated to be tied to solar activity. Higher
What?
solar activity means lower unemployment, so sun
What? What? Oh man.
There's a few dots in between the first one and the last one that I would really hope he could connect because it's got to be interesting.
Oh man. They can do anything with stats, Jim, and this is
I
some
know.
nonsense.
I just not that long ago, I remember trying to say that the fucking solar activity had caused wars.
Right?
Before long, you're going to be asking Wes Huff, "Is this true?"
Hey, do you know anything about solar flares, Wes?
Yes, there's something about it. I can't find a job. Is it because of these solar flares?
Oh my God. Okay.
Sunspot maximum is good for jobs. Sunspot minimum, bad for that market. And lastly, on the article front today, I almost fell out of my seat when I read this one. They now think the moon may be geologically active. First, it was Mars, a dead planet, waking back up, and now the moon may still be churning inside. Folks, the geological awakening or slumber as a rapid change in the solar system starting to make big waves on multiple spheres. Don't forget, this is the last Suspicious Observers gear. With the name change to Space Weather News, we decided on one final run. Today and tomorrow. Last chance at the link below. Smart move, all of you grabbing multiple shirts, by the way. You can also find them at the Observer Ranch store at observerranch.com, where you can also check out our events page and book a time to come see us in person. Lots of great events to come see the rest of the year. It all starts at observerranch.com. We greatly appreciate your support. We'll do this all again tomorrow. Right here, but right now it's 5:15 a.m. in the new Valley of the Sun.
What the fuck is that?
Eyes open. No fear.
Sounds like a dryer.
Be safe, everyone.
See,
No,
now
it's-
that's
it's
just
my-
weird.
it's my
There's a
console.
microwave in the break room at my job that causes earworms whenever it's finished. Ding 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 ding. Is it the is
That
the
was fucking
laundry
gay.
done or is that the ice cream man?
That's the laundry. It's done.
What's up, Elemental?
See, Snake said the same thing.
You're quiet, dude. Can't hear you,
Me? I'm quiet.
Elemental.
It doesn't say that you're muted, but yeah, your mouth is moving and nothing's coming out.
Stupid Windows. No,
Move
Ruby,
your
you're never
microphone
quiet,
is on
dude.
top of your head, dude.
What's that, BTO?
You're never quiet.
I'm like making hand
I'm
motions.
sorry.
No, it's good. So,
Is it good?
yeah.
My mom
Did you get it?
Has anybody
Move
ever
your
thought-
microphone down.
Hmm?
Put
Your
your
mic.
microphone down in front of your face.
He has another mic, probably.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, well, put that in front of your face. Turn it on.
You've got to get a simpler
Like,
fucking
click.
mic set up. I don't know what's wrong with it. Go buy you like a $30 or $40 mic and just plug it in.
Turn the
Or be like
thing.
me and get a Blue Yeti.
Do the switch.
Yeah,
here.
well, mine is my mic's a Blue Yeti knockoff.
I want to get that too.
Well, he is
Right.
actually muted now. It says
Yeah,
he's
mine
muted.
sounds better than yours when I listen back to the streams. Well, as long as my knobs stay where they belong, people don't play
Yeah,
with
nobody
my
can
knob.
hear the dulcet
Mm.
tones of Elemental MJ's voice.
I don't sound sexy.
It's a Windows setting.
Yeah, but you're
Probably.
so close onto the mic. Like, I'm all the way up on the mic now.
But
Makes you feel uncomfortable, all sexually
what I'm
aroused.
Was that him just now?
Who are you, fucking Camelot?
Yeah, no, I'm about to get naked and dance to Solid Snake or whatever that shit is he
Naked
does.
Snake.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
quit.
he's gonna
I'm out.
reboot.
Do it, Ruby. I'm taking my britches off.
Yeah, that was ID.
Yeah,
credit.
it was ID credits without a hat. I know.
Kevin.
Can you believe it?
Jim wears a hat.
Without a
IDW.
hat.
Our lucky night.
Yeah, I don't believe in a bad hair day, but I do believe in a good hat day.
I have to say, I've been paying attention to this drawing contest going on in the
Oh, the
cockfight.
cockfight. Yeah.
I hate to
It's
say
bigger.
it, but
He just get his ass beat. Is he?
I think Ethan's getting his ass kicked.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's just
looks
my
pretty
opinion.
good.
No, hold on.
There's a girl
Ethan's is-
back there.
is way bigger.
Well, his drawing a lot bigger, but this guy looks more like his
The
they're
details
supposed to be
gonna
drawing
come out
Spawn.
more.
This guy looks more like Spawn than Ethan's guy. Ethan's guy doesn't look like Spawn to me.
Well, no,
No,
that's
let's spawn
his
without the mask.
Yeah.
Can I ask you,
Spawn's a
like,
decaying corpse.
just to see if anybody else understands the point of my super chat that nobody seemed to get. It was a little simple $2 thing.
I hardly understand what you say. Like 90% of the time, I understand one gun more than you.
But this was like Ethan showing up to this cockfight, and it seemed like things were like coming together, and a whole lot of rifts were being bridged. A lot of bridges being built.
Yeah, right up
So
until
I
Matt
said-
Barr decided to do a spurg out again.
Right. So it was a simple super chat, said only Nixon could go to China.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you do get it. So it's not just me.
No, I get it.
All right. The old
Yeah.
guys get it.
Yeah,
Like
only
me.
Ethan could go to cockfight.
Right.
So what is
exactly.
it? Are they changing?
Yes. There's variables.
Deduct 5
Right.
minutes.
So somebody, from the total time, I think, or from one person's time. Sometimes there's a pencils down. Sometimes they'll add something, like you can see there, add an animal. Changing the surface was odd to me. I don't know if that means like they have to like move the paper from the drawing table to somewhere else.
I don't get it. I can put I have it muted, but
So we got roughly about 46 minutes, 56. Math
So-
wasn't my best subject.
Yeah, it's really an interesting concept.
I don't understand. Choke up 3 minutes. I don't.
We used to take both.
Thank you,
purples
Crazy
off
Cat. I
when
do
it
need.
would land. Should I still continue to do that?
No.
Yeah, right. Because it's not a big chunk of time anymore. All right, good. I was of
Kevin
the
says it
same
still
mind,
doesn't
John. I was
look
of the
like
same
Spawn without the mask.
Save that.
I love that they call it the Wheel of Betrayal.
RBM Entertainment says, "Thank God we can get out of here faster."
Yeah, I will say though, Ethan's is much larger than this guy's. This guy is drawing like a tiny, like a postcard shape.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Well, Ethan's used to drawing big, right? He says it all the time. He draws.
Well,
on big.
Ethan's a big guy, so he draws big.
Well, he's got big arms. He's got to, get that whole paper under his wrist.
I just find it dope that it's drawing fucking Spawn. I love Spawn.
Do you?
Yeah.
I do like the detail on the
That's
right.
awesome.
I know the detail on the right looks
Yeah, me
good.
too.
I like it.
Yeah, the
It does.
defending champion.
I'll have to
Oh,
wait
that's
to
who that
see.
is?
Yeah,
I
it's
got the
Zane.
same pencil.
Oh, look at you! You're one of the greats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what they say though.
Same brand.
Show some of your. Well, how come their pencil works better than yours, Ruby?
Well, because some people actually have lead in their pencil.
Waka waka waka.
Waka
Some
waka
people-
waka.
Talent is a thing too, Cynic. Like,
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
not being mean.
Oh, I am.
They're more skilled than me, Cynic. That's why.
I'm terrible at drawing. You're way better at drawing than me. I fucking suck.
Because I've drawn for a long time. I'm just haven't been working my muscles out. You know what I'm saying?
It's because you're pushing old ladies around the airport,
That's right.
wasting time.
Those
You
fat
could be
bitches
making
in
millions
the summer.
selling comic books.
I know, right? Selling
You could change the
fucking
comic book industry,
comic
Ruby.
books of big tittied angels. Yeah. Want to
Just get another 500,000 subs on YouTube, and you'll be the next Eric July. We'll be making fun of you in 5 years.
Yeah. I was only. I've been keeping an eye on that
Just-
simply to when the vote comes up.
Rocky Macabre makes a good
Who are
point.
you gonna vote on?
Whoever I think
The
is the
winner?
winner.
Yeah.
Nah, you've been paid off.
Rocky says talent
Yeah,
is a
okay.
small part, in my opinion.
Yeah, Hines Ward used to wear a T-shirt to practice. The receiver for the Steelers, he used to wear a T-shirt that said, "Hard work beats talent when talent won't work."
One gun simping for a compliment. I'm not gonna give it to him. He says, "I wish I could draw." I wish you could too. You fucking suck, nerd.
Snakes.
I've seen
actually getting
one
back
gun
into that
draw. It seems
myself.
pretty
And
good.
the people's elbow.
I'm a stick figure. It's about as much talent as I have with a pencil.
I don't know, but this guy
drawing
sure seems to be drawing very small though. Why is he drawing so small?
I'm not
It's just-
great,
it's
but
just-
I'm
it's like
getting
what
back
you're
into
used to.
it.
It's what you're
Oh.
used to.
That would make my grandson very happy. He would love
Oh, is he
that.
drawing like,
that's cool.
like manga size or something?
Pokemon.
No, it's not that. It's like if you got
Nice
into
elemental.
drawing and stuff and you were in school, like in high school, and you only ever drew on a lined piece of paper, it takes a little bit of effort to move to something that's 11 by 17 because it's just your muscle memory is working on a smaller surface.
You got to
versus
start
working
using
on
your shoulder instead of just your wrist at that point.
Yep.
Yeah, and the way that your brain sees the area, it's a bunch of things.
Right.
Anybody hungry and want a donut?
I am kind of, but I'm trying to avoid sugar and carbs.
That's right.
Oh, that's
Crazy
right. I've
Cat's
got
on.
cake. I'm going to get some cake. I'll be right back.
Oh my God, my wife brought home ice
I
cream.
am.
Tell you
I am
what,
going to
man.
agree with Crazy Cat. I like that's their deal. They can draw all the shit they want. I'm sure there's probably a lot of people watching that stream to vote for Ethan and vote
This
for
is
Jeremy.
like-
I hope.
This
Hope
does
it's
it
fair.
but for your wife.
What is
It's
this?
like you've used up 90%
Theory
of your
Thursday?
planning things for spring vacation minutes.
You've used up 90% of your words for the day.
Your word limit is up.
I wonder if he ever says that to Vito.
Maybe. We have this for Theory Thursday. This is
Yes, this is a short one.
It's a
Operation
short one.
Mockingbird.
But you know, the way we do things though, this probably will last an hour.
If he doesn't say anything stupid, it could go quick though.
All right, so it's going to last 2 hours.
Let's see.
All right, let's see. Should I speed it up? What should I set the speed to?
1.25 is good.
Subversion is the term. It usually is explained as a part of activity to destroy.
What if I told you?
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 What's
that
the name
Yuri
of his
Bezimov?
channel?
What if I told you the name of his channel was Proven Conspiracies?
What if I told you Jim tells you?
What if I told you Jim tells you that Yuri Bezimov was a psyop that launched in 1984 specifically because of the book 1984 by George Orwell?
What if I told you that black people are basically descendants of Cain?
Damn.
What if I
Yes, what
told you radiation has more effect on the black people than you think?
What if I told you that they were descended from kings, but the kings were white that got irradiated and
said
turned to
Cain.
black?
Did he
said
say
Cain.
Cain?
He said Cain.
Oh, the mark of
Cain.
Cain?
Yeah.
Yeah, the mark of
Cain.
Oh, I thought you said Kangs. Like, you know, we was Kangs.
No. Like I saw this video about the mark of Cain that somebody made on YouTube. It was pretty good.
Oh, I saw that too. We can watch that on Theory Thursday, I guess, and see what the theory is.
We could watch it after this. See if Ruby agrees with the theory.
Sure.
Yeah.
Your favorite social media platforms.
You have different stakeholders and different people who can make these decisions, and it's not just like one private company that's making decisions even about what just happens on our platform.
Might not be as independent as they seem.
It has been almost 1 year since the first bombshell Twitter
Did
files.
Mark Zuckerberg just say he doesn't have control of Facebook?
Yes, he does. It was taken away from him.
That's what it sounded like, didn't it? Like,
yeah. He basically his board basically has control. He doesn't.
But he made it sound like other entities outside of Facebook are really running the show.
Yes, the Illuminati.
I was going to say the Anunnaki, but okay. Same difference.
Looking back now, and my questions are for Mr. Taibbi and Mr. Schellenberger, what was the most alarming thing that you came across during your review of internal Twitter documents?
Imagine for a moment that the tweets you read, the posts you like, and the videos you share are all being subtly shaped by forces you can't see.
Like, there was a lot of attention on Twitter during the election because of the Hunter Biden laptop story. The New York
we have that
Post.
too.
Yeah, so you guys censored that as well?
Forces that might even include your own government.
So we took a different path than Twitter. I mean, basically, the background here is the FBI basically came to us.
Sounds like a plot from a spy thriller, right?
What I'm going to talk about now has absolutely nothing to do with the cliche of espionage.
Today, we're diving into a theory that draws eerie parallels between a covert.
The Russian's accent doesn't even sound authentic.
It sounded
Well,
French a little bit.
that was the same speech coach that Yaira used.
I know. It was not good. Like, it was not very believable.
It was a death blow.
Blue, death blue. It's like blue screen of death. It was a death blue. It's subtle,
death blue. Death blue.
subtle messaging there.
It was a death blue.
Cold War operation and the way modern social media platforms operate today. It's a story that involves secret government pressure.
But internal documents show Twitter often working at the government's insistence to punish those who are off the COVID narratives, even if it meant rejecting truthful information.
High-profile confessions.
I think the most alarming thing that we saw was the regular stream, organized stream of communication between the FBI, the Department of Homeland Security, and the largest tech companies in the country.
And legal battles over free speech.
This itself is evidence of the problem that this hearing was convened to address. This is an attempt to censor a censorship hearing.
Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride.
Do you have any people being paid by the CIA?
Let's start by taking a trip back in time to the Cold War era.
Fucking MacArthur.
The year is 1948, and the U.S. government, in a bid to control the narrative in the media, launches a covert operation called Operation.
McCarthy was MacArthur was a cocksucker. McCarthy was awesome.
Yeah.
Right. All right.
MacArthur went to the Philippines because he was a fucking asshole and got a whole bunch of people killed. Didn't have to do that.
All he had to do was fucking not have his planes bunched up together like in a line, and then when the Japanese bombed the fucking planes 3 days after Pearl Harbor was attacked, you'd think he would have been like prepared for an attack 3 days after Pearl Harbor was attacked.
You would think.
It's this great general would know, like, maybe you should think just maybe you might get attacked.
Spread out.
Like Gunny Highway said, spread the fuck out.
It was a great movie.
Mockingbird.
Who are contributing to a major circulation American journal.
We do have people who submit pieces to American journals.
The CIA starts recruiting journalists and infiltrating major news organizations to shape public opinion in favor of U.S. policies. This operation goes on for decades, hidden in the shadows, influencing the way the public perceives world events. Fast forward to today, and some say history is repeating itself.
Bob Woodward
not
definitely
only
was
with newspapers and TV stations, but also with the social media platforms that billions of us use every day.
When Elon Musk's purchase of Twitter was finalized last October, he quickly instituted sea changes in Twitter's operations, which have become notorious for censoring off-narrative information and views.
Our first clue comes from what is known as the Twitter files. Between December 2022 and March 2023, a treasure trove of internal documents from Twitter was released.
Jim, pause real quick. How much more do you think he has?
Who?
Elon, that he could release.
From the Twitter files?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to hear the rest of it, if ever.
I think it's a lot, right? You think it's stuff he's scared to release, and that's why he's
some of it is probably private communications that he has access to because he has access to everybody's private communications on Twitter.
Right.
No, but I'm talking about the FBI.
I'm sure there's more stuff. He's probably, I'm sure.
Dude, seriously, because I've been getting a hold of that wrapper that wouldn't fit in that car, and that would really suck if my wife found out.
What?
Never
what
mind.
Are you
I was trying to make
oh my god!
I didn't.
I gotta throw up. Hold on.
So I'm just wondering, like, you think there's enough stuff in there that he knows if I release this shit, that they'll come after me? Like, really?
No, I don't know, but he's probably. I'm sure whatever he's got, he's given to some other people. Like he didn't. he was smart enough. He did not release it himself. He just gave over like these batches of information to other people, to journalists and stuff.
To the quartering?
No, not to the quartering. He gave it to Matt Taibbi and Schellenberger. That's who he gave it to.
I'm kidding.
But quartering is a fucking retard. But anyway, no, I'm sure there's other private communications between like politicians and stuff. I'm sure that stuff has been given to certain people in the, like maybe if he had any affiliation with any political person, like say if he was working with a president for some reason, maybe he would give over information to that person and be like,
or maybe a candidate running for senator heard something about his opponent and said, "Hey, look at this."
Like maybe at some point, sometime down the road, when they want to primary some people that are acting like jerk offs, they have this information that just happens to get made public at the right time, and
and
it's undeniable because
the knowledge is power shtick.
Yeah, because it is,
isn't it?
Yeah.
Good night, snakes.
I'm gonna have to go too soon. I got to get up for work and stuff. But I always appreciate the invite. I know, right? I make these like weird, down the rabbit hole jokes, and people have to do a lot of work.
You should try running your life using Sturgis's methodology. The less you work, the more money you would have.
Yes, I want to be the 20%, not the 80%.
Correct.
Right.
But you'll be richer than the 80%.
You could work from home like those air traffic controllers.
I have some self-help books that I've bought but not read. I just kind of keep them around like a good luck charm. And
you just rub them all that you're walking by.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to kick in. I'll let you know when it happens.
I mean, you could get do you have any mental disabilities or any problem like seeing or hearing or anything like that?
Ask Kevin Prestaro. He'll tell you.
Well, I'm just wondering because they're hiring people for the FAA to work as air traffic controllers.
Yeah,
as long as you have mental disabilities, as long as you can't see or hear.
You're right. I figure I can do really well on either side.
Or you're female,
either the pilot or the person telling the pilot what to do. I'm a good fit.
See what happens whenever you get two women talking to each other on a radio.
So that was a true story. It was a woman pilot and a woman air traffic controller.
Yeah.
Well, I know that the air traffic.
There was two. There was the woman pilot was like the co-pilot. She was the one flying the helicopter. She was still training and everything. And the male pilot, I don't know why he didn't take over and stop her from killing them, but he didn't. So
and then the
that's what happens.
Preliminary report is that they were very understaffed in the tower, and that there's usually one person coordinating copter flights, another person coordinating airliners, and that one person was trying to do both.
Yeah, and that one person was a woman.
Well, they're better at multitasking than I am.
Not really. But anyway, they can make sandwiches and put mayo on it.
Yeah, I mean that's why you send them out to do the errands because they can handle all the. But no, it's a lot of fun. I appreciate the invite, but I'm gonna go work on getting my less than.
You're gonna go be a misogynist somewhere else.
Oh man.
Yes, in fact, I'm going to go one floor up and be a misogynist to my wife.
You're just a misandrist, there, cynic.
Right.
Fucking nice ID.
That's. I mean, look.
Nice.
If you've got a habit, you need a dealer. And
what did you call it? A habit.
So anyway, I'll talk to you guys later.
See you, buddy.
See ya.
Peace. It is somewhat of the digital town square, and it's important that there be both the reality and perception of trust for a wide range of viewpoints. And there was a lot of censorship going on, and we sort of uncovered a lot of that with the Twitter files, including a lot of government-driven censorship, which.
These documents, shared by Elon Musk with select journalists, provided an unprecedented look into how content was moderated on the platform. And what they revealed was startling. Among the most shocking revelations were discussions around the banning of high-profile accounts, including that of the sitting U.S. President Donald Trump following the January 6, 2021 Capitol riot.
Tonight, a deafening silence from the president's Twitter account in his waning days as commander-in-chief. Twitter, run by CEO Jack Dorsey, saying after close review of the president's recent tweets, it banned him due to the risk of further incitement.
The documents show a complex web of public pressure, internal debates, and crucially, governmental influence that played a significant role in these decisions. It wasn't just Twitter making these calls. The
Dude,
government's
Jim,
fingerprints were all over
that
them.
was
So
like
the
the
questions
first
raised by
thing that
all of-
made the American public go, "Oh, you motherfuckers!" Like, all right, Trump. I mean, we got your back, dude. They're banning you on Twitter for nothing. That was a nothing burger they banned him over. But I guess our federal government didn't want him to have any voice on Twitter. Weird, just weird.
It was quite the
Very
wake
weird.
up call for the masses.
It was, man. Like you're gonna ban the president? What the fuck? Like, I don't get it. It was a rallying call for the MAGA people. Like, and how many people left Twitter voluntarily after they banned Trump? Do you know, Jim? Because he sold for a fucking reason.
Who?
Jack Dorsey.
Oh no, he wasn't. Jack Dorsey didn't really have any power. Or he had very very little stock left and stuff. And
But I'm saying Twitter itself sold for a reason. I mean, I would like to know those stats. How many people left Twitter?
no, Twitter sold because they sold at a premium.
No, he paid a premium.
I'm saying the stock was trading at like $40 a share, and Musk bought it at like $50 a share.
He overpaid. Yeah.
Yeah, he way overpaid.
Right.
But that's just because he wanted it. He was like, "Fuck it." He's like, "How much? I'll buy it." And they're like, "Oh, you can't afford it." He's like, "Watch me."
Yeah. Tell the world's richest man you can't afford something.
Yeah.
Retarded. All right. Sorry to interrupt.
Dude, in all reality, he's richer now than he's doubled his net worth this year. Or last year, he doubled his net worth. He's going to be the first trillionaire. He'll be a trillionaire in probably 6 months.
Really?
Yeah. He's got over 800 billion now.
Must be that Dogecoin.
No, it was actually
That's a joke. It was what?
Tesla and fucking SpaceX.
Oh, not the Trump coin?
No.
Did that thing fall down yet? Like, it was up to $48 a fucking.
No, it's something else. Something else made a big boost. I don't know what it was. Oh, I'm not sure. I don't know, but he's worth a lot of money now, they say.
Starlink's got to be doing good for him, man. It's in Best Buy and shit now. You can just buy it off the shelf.
Well, Starlink's the one thing that's not government subsidized, well, not heavily at least. That's where all his money comes from, everything else.
Yeah. Is he still doing those fucking borings under cities and shit? Or was that a scam?
Nope, he's doing them.
He just done one in Vegas, didn't he?
Yeah.
The Vegas Loop.
Oh, he did one in Vegas?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but see, nobody is asking the question why he's focused on going to space and boring under the ground. It's because of solar flares, man.
Yeah, that's true. Good theory.
All right, man. Yeah, it's a good theory. I keep forgetting this is Theory Thursday. We're
Yeah.
throwing out theories. Okay.
Yep,
Yeah. You got any theories, Ruby? Got any crazy theories?
Any crazy theories?
Something you believe in that might not be mainstream.
God. Does dinosaurs still exist?
Well, I
don't know.
Well, you were
I got
Ruby,
one.
in the back room earlier.
Well,
You were telling me the theory you had that Cynic actually wasn't gay.
That's not a theory. That's just a flat lie.
It's a
That's
fantasy?
blatant lie.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
No,
just an absolute fantasy.
You said
You don't want me to
dinosaurs
come
did
for them
exist,
cheeks.
Ruby?
Hey, where did One Gun go?
One gun never came home.
He was
in the
here.
chat. He was in the
No,
chat.
he was here.
No, he wasn't.
There's two people missing.
Oh, One Gun did pop on, but he never talked.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I didn't even see
Yeah,
him.
One Gun was here.
I didn't even notice.
I was too busy pulling a gym.
Yeah, One Gun was here.
So, Ruby, you don't think dinosaurs existed?
No, I think dinosaurs existed. They totally existed.
Oh.
I don't think they existed with people, though.
I think people
unless
wrote
you
them.
count birds. Unless you think birds are dinosaurs.
Birds are dinosaurs. Chickens are descendants of dinosaurs. I think they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, man.
Yeah.
Like I
So you
think
think they-
I think the Anunnaki came down and they were like, "Hey, I want to have some Brontosaurus burgers and I want to have me some fucking pterodactyl fucking hot wings." And so they took some of the had some Nephilim come along and they started a barbecue with some watermelon, and then they went and got some gold from the mines, and then it was like, yeah, look at these bitches, we got to get some of that. And they were like, yeah, get some. And so then you had Gilgamesh, and he was like, oh yeah, what's up, man? Come on to my boat, man. We're gonna party. We're gonna drink it up. People got all drunk and shits, and then it was like, yeah, and yeah.
I honestly don't know what like conspiracy theory I actually believe in. I mean, there's so.
Do you
many
believe
of
we
them.
landed on the moon?
I think we landed on the moon, but I think the
All
footage.
right, there you go. There's a
got,
conspiracy theory you believe.
Yeah, I believe we landed on the moon. But I think the footage
What's up,
that we
Wizard?
got. The footage that we
Do you
got
think
is
the
fake,
moon
though.
spins? Do you think the moon spins?
Do I think the moon spins? Does it rotate? Yeah.
Have you ever seen a different side of the moon?
No. I don't
Because
think
it
so.
spins at the same speed as we do.
Shut the fuck up, you lying piece
No,
of shit.
it spins at the same speed it rotates around the Earth.
I actually do. Oh no! I believe in on the Loch Ness monster. I think Bigfoot might actually be fake.
Bigfoot is real. It's actually one of the Anunnaki. It's like a descendants
Have
of
you
Nephilim,
seen
the
Cynic?
redheaded giants.
Ruby, have you seen Cynic? He's a Bigfoot. He's
Nah,
a big
nah.
A hairless
Not
Bigfoot.
a Bigfoot. Bigfoot.
You know, I've got a theory. Ruby, tell me.
How
if
about
you-
hollow Earth theory, Ruby? You believe in that? You think the Earth is hollow?
Oh, like in Godzilla, the legendary Godzilla series? Nah, the Earth's not hollow.
Fuck that, it's a donut.
I don't think the Earth's hollow. I don't think that.
You don't believe that Godzilla is just an allegory for black men?
No, Godzilla is an allegory for black men. He's black.
Okay.
He absorbs radiation.
Yep.
The cities all the cities he goes through and destroy, no one can go back to them because he leaves, like, because he's radiated.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
he's
they can't
definitely
there's no gentrification after Godzilla goes through.
Exactly. He's angry all the fucking time. What you got to be angry for?
Yeah, and he's always destroying the Asian person stores.
Dude,
Yes.
he fucks those Japanese
say
up.
about
He don't
my
give a
mama?
fuck.
I feel sorry for your mother.
I feel
What you say
sorry
about
for
my
your
mama?
mother. Check yourself, fool.
I'm gonna watch that tomorrow, man. That's been years.
This, if the government is engaging in unconstitutional acts of censorship, who has the power to stop it? And how did the government's actions impact everything from our elections to the way COVID was mismanaged?
But Twitter wasn't the only platform feeling the heat.
They had an organized system for flagging content, not occasionally, but in enormous numbers, involving spreadsheets of accounts that ran to the hundreds and thousands.
In August 2024, Mark Zuckerberg, CEO of Meta, formerly Facebook, wrote a letter to the U.S. House Judiciary Committee.
The fuck is wrong with that sound?
What's wrong with that sound? Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
He fucked his video up.
We're talking about satire, humor, and even
nerd.
factual
Highly
content
produced
that the
communist
administration found
bullshit.
inconvenient.
You commie. Ha, take that.
Yeah, you commie.
Can I,
That
give my
American
theory?
Godzilla King of the Monsters movie was solid with all the monsters thrown in. I don't care what anyone says. It's good.
You heard
That's a
Facebook
great
gave
movie.
Facebook
really
gave
good
Trump
movie.
like $50 million as an apology for censoring the Hunter Biden story.
For the campaign?
Yeah. No, just recently I just saw a
Crazy.
story about it, like $50 million, like a settlement with the Trump campaign.
Oh, a settlement.
Crazy.
Oh,
I went
okay.
to the theaters and saw that twice. I love King of the Monsters. I got it on DVD and everything.
Wait a minute. So Trump sued Facebook personally?
I don't know.
Oh. You making shit up again, Jim?
He also admitted that, looking back, the company
Bastard.
should have handled the situation differently.
These people from the Biden administration
Nice hair, Mark.
would call up our team and like scream at them and curse, and it's like these documents it's all kind of out there.
Did
And
you record any of those phone calls?
I don't think we were, but I think
I want to listen.
I mean, there are emails. The emails
You
are
know he
published. It's
recorded
all kind of out there.
You
But
know
the damage was
recording.
done, and it
Come on,
begs the
man.
question, just
Yeah.
how independent are these platforms when they can be pressured into censoring content? If you think that's bad, wait until you hear about the Hunter Biden laptop incident.
My name is Emma Jo Morris, politics editor at Breitbart. I'm here today because I published a series of news stories 3 years ago in October of 2020 about Hunter Biden's now infamous laptop, also known as the laptop from hell. which is seen as some of the most scandalous reporting of the last decade.
In the lead up to the 2020 election, Meta decided to temporarily demote a story about Hunter Biden's laptop. Why? Because the FBI had warned them about possible Russian disinformation campaigns.
While they're trying to push that program, they also tried to censor anyone who was basically arguing against it. And they pushed us super hard to take down things that were true.
The story was real, and Zuckerberg now admits this was a serious mistake.
What was more scandalous than the reporting itself, though, was the fact that it exposed the unholy alliance between the intelligence community, social media platforms, and legacy media outlets.
This incident adds another layer to the theory that the government might be pulling the strings behind the scenes. It's not just about what gets removed, it's also about what doesn't get seen, and that can be just as powerful. If you think this sounds like a lot of government overreach, you're not alone.
A House hearing about online censorship is getting more attention today because Democratic presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is among those testifying.
Kennedy and his organization, Children's Health Defense, sued the Biden administration, claiming that they were censored on social media platforms for their anti-vaccine stand.
Did any of you guys see the hearings with Kennedy when Bernie Sanders was trying to get him to censor the fucking a private company's speech? Yeah, Bernie Sanders was like, hey, look at this. They're selling onesies that say unvaxxed and unafraid. Are you going to tell them to stop selling those? He's like, that's a private organization. And he should have told me. He said, so wait, you want me to censor a private organization and tell them, Senator, you think it's a good idea to tell, private organizations what they can say?
Well, of course. Bernie's a socialist. He doesn't believe in, property rights.
He's a communist. He's not a socialist. That makes socialists seem bad. I'm fine with national socialists.
Stance during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Good on it all.
That was a joke, by the way. I'm not fine with national socialists.
I am.
I'm fine with
You're a
national
socialist?
nationalists. Yeah, I'm not good with national socialists. I'm good with national fascists.
Well, technically, yeah.
Yeah.
Fascista!
Yeah.
Democratic presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. arrived Thursday morning on Capitol Hill to testify about online censorship.
The court sided with Kennedy, granting him the standing to sue the government. The court found that Kennedy's content was indeed targeted by government agencies, including the White House, leading to its suppression on social media. This ruling is a major victory for free speech advocates and sets a significant precedent.
When did that ruling happen, Jim?
Antithetical to our party. It was
Last year, I think. But here, see, Julio says I wasn't lying, Dave.
No, I asked you. You said you were lying. I asked if you were lying, and you're the one who said you were.
Sometimes it's hard for me to tell because I think I make things up, but I must have read them somewhere.
Why does RFK Jr. sound like he has a frog in his throat?
That's why he couldn't win the election, dude.
Yeah,
exactly. That's
I
the
like
problem.
his ideas, but I can't hear him talk, dude. It's like fucking no way.
Sounds like my old nanny when she was real sick on her deathbed.
I know it's great, but that's why, like, when you're someone like me who has a 198 IQ, and I just absorb information like that. I don't even know. It's just in there. It's just getting in there, and I don't know. And sometimes I'm like, I think, well, I must have made it up. How did I know that?
Yeah,
but it's just. I'm always right. I don't know.
That's good logic, Jim.
Let me rewrite headcanon.
Oh,
for some reason, my headcanon's always right. I don't know.
For some
was
reason, my
appalling to
headcanon
my
doesn't
father.
give a fuck.
My uncle, FDR, Harry Truman.
His uncle wasn't FDR.
My uncle.
no, he said his uncle, then FDR. Not my uncle FDR.
America, help
His
me
uncle
again.
slept with FDR?
I think so. On a Tuesday
Shit.
in late
The fucked up part,
November.
Jim, is without the dress.
Government influence over social media is not just a theory, it's a reality.
And no American would have any privacy left, such as the capability to monitor everything. Telephone conversations.
All right. Okay. Well, that's Senator Church, and I don't like him because he fucked everything up, man.
What did he fuck up?
He looks weird.
He made it so that we couldn't assassinate people anymore.
Motherfucker.
You know, sometimes there's people that just need killing.
Yeah,
In
like you said.
Minecraft. In Minecraft.
In Minecraft.
Not by me. I'm talking about the government. Government should
In
kill.
Minecraft.
Government kills people every day.
In Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Yeah.
Dude.
I never played Minecraft. I don't know. I didn't know it was this violent. Then why, if Minecraft is so violent, why do we let kids play it?
Because they're pixels. It's not real.
Correct.
Telegrams, it doesn't matter.
You son
The
of a bitch.
parallels between Operation Mockingbird and today's social media landscape are hard to ignore. In both cases, the government seems to have found ways to influence the media, first through newspapers and TV, and now through tweets and posts.
If this government ever became a tyranny, if a dictator ever took charge in this country, the technological capacity that the intelligence community has given the government, there would be no place to hide.
And the implications are huge. If social media platforms can't remain independent, how can we trust the information we're being fed? Are we seeing the truth or just a version of it?
First of all, no platform
That's
is
the guy putting his fucking video on YouTube.
right, but no
That's the most
platform is
censored fucking
independent.
platform
They're
out
all
there.
in it to make money, and the whole thing about the internet is there's an old saying: believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. Like,
Dude,
that doesn't apply to the internet, though.
anything I
That
see
applies to
anymore.
you seeing it in person. Like, anything you see on a screen anywhere, don't believe anything. My name's not even Jim.
We're not even here.
Man, he doesn't even
No.
tell you anything.
I don't
guys.
tell people nothing.
We're not even here.
No.
Like, this is fake.
We're all
I'm
NPCs.
not, you're not black.
That helicopter did not hit that fucking airplane last night. They just made that shit up to, bring more shit down on Trump. Like, look, man, like fucking 1 month in and there's already planes wrecking in the sky.
I mean, my name's actually Fred.
Julio's last name, though, is in fact Scissors.
That's that's his adjective.
Yeah. My name is actually Fred Knox. My great grandfather was Isom Knox, and I'm actually here to infiltrate and destroy you from the outside in.
My name is Stimulated Cynic. My dad is Mr. Cynic. So there's that. Take that, nerds.
Cool.
Well, my name is Diamond King, and I don't like to outdo Ruby, so I just go with BTM reviews. So
And
I'm
I
having
am not
some-
accepted by the blacks or the Chinese because of my dual heritage.
What?
You're
Is it
Chinese?
Black?
I thought you were Black Irish.
Nah, that's my
I thought you were a Blaxican. What the fuck?
I
You're
thought you were
Chinese?
half Chihuahua, half Rottweiler.
Half Chihuahua. What's that wiener dog? What do they call the wiener dogs?
Oh, dachshunds?
Dachshund.
Dachshunds, yeah, dachshunds.
You're a
You're,
dachshund.
oh wait a minute. Hold up. Whoa.
Did you hear what I heard?
I heard someone saying he's a dachshund, that he doxes people and hounds them.
What?
Yeah,
Who you
said
doxing?
Who you
You
hound?
hound people and then dox them. You're
Yeah.
a dachshund.
Dachshund.
Doxing anybody.
Unlike Siddick, who's a dick's hound.
No, dick sucker. No, dick sucker.
Hound on that dick.
Chris says kick me Chinese. Bye. Yeah. I know.
Sorry, Ruby.
I know you have
Like,
come on, we can't have that guy here.
But that has been carefully curated by those in power.
The Post published exactly how the material for the reporting was obtained, even identifying our sources, as well as a federal subpoena showing the FBI was in possession of the material the story was based on and had been since December of 2019.
The revelations from the Twitter files, Zuckerberg's letter, and the RFK Jr. court case underscore the need for greater transparency from social media companies. These platforms are more than just places to share memes and keep up with friends. They're now central to public discourse, and with that power comes responsibility.
Yeah.
But when the stories appeared on social media that morning, the venue where millions of Americans go to find their news, and editors
You know, that would be a great line in a movie. With great power comes great responsibility.
Oh man, like again,
You should
these
get
are
on
commercial platforms people voluntarily sign up for. This is just a thing. You sign an agreement to fucking have an account there. They can do what the fuck they want. If you don't like it, you can get off the fucking platform and don't watch the shit that's on there. But if you do, you do. That's up to you.
Well, I don't like it, but it's because of the government interference.
Dude, that's not on anybody but the company, and the company should be transparent and say, hey, this shit ain't real. Like, and you know what, Jim, I don't know. I mean, I know these things are worth gazillions of dollars, but at some point you go, man, what the fuck are we doing? We're sitting here just, you know, weaponizing our platform against our people that are paying for this stuff for what?
No, I mean, think about it. Like,
for some 72-year-old man to get elected in 2020 that did terrible.
Think about this, Dave.
Well, that's the problem is we're not
Dave,
paying for it.
You know, Dave, when you were in let's say grammar school, you know, in the 30s.
Yep.
You never even thought that like television was going to exist. You know, they didn't have telephones or nothing. You were talking on telegraphs and stuff.
Movies yet, dude. What are you
And yeah, it was not even talking in movies. And now look at this. Now you're talking to talking to actual blacks, colors,
and Chinese,
Literally
all in
talking
one
to
person,
and Indian and indigenous people, man.
and indigenous people all around the world.
Dude,
and
hillbillies fucking
like,
gaslight y'all, bro. He's not part Chinese.
Oh, he is now, motherfucker. He's Chinese.
It is part of the lore now, Cynic.
This fucking this dude this.
Why you think he's so short?
He sucks dick.
Have you seen that head shape? It's too round, bro.
Listen, round eye.
Mongol right there. Mongoloid DNA, man.
Yeah, man. Look at these eyes. My eyes are slanted, dude.
That's because you're black. You've been smoking
fried.
marijuanas.
I don't smoke one of those.
Those are sketchy looking eyes, bro.
I'm straight edge.
Wait a minute, Cynic. If you're saying Ruby is not Chinese, why did you tell him you wanted his cream of some young guy?
Oh, because I'm a homosexual man.
Yeah, you faggot.
I think Melanie Mac says faggot better than you do. Maybe
Yes,
you might you need to make that faggot a little harsher there, dude.
No, you're just
to
saying
get
that
their
because she's a
angles.
pretty white
Within hours, the reporting was
I don't like
censored
that
on all
bitch at
major
all.
platforms on the basis of being called
She ain't that
hacked
pretty.
or Russian disinformation.
She got ridiculous.
As users, we need to demand that these platforms operate independently, free
Not
from
with the filters
government
off, you wouldn't.
interference. It's time for us to be more critical.
See, this wasn't. See, look at this. You see this guy moving? This was not real Biden. This was a fucking double.
This was a
Look at that robot.
Calm the
Look
fuck
at that thing.
Nah,
Look at
dude,
that posture,
calm the fuck
bro.
down. No, that's
Look at how
QAnon
fast he's
bullshit.
walking. He's not like
No,
stumbling
bro,
or
I'm not
nothing.
gonna-
He's
I
moving.
can't, Jim, I cannot go with you on that one. That's some boomer ass QAnon shit.
Russian
Nope.
disinformation.
Watch him
As
move.
users,
Watch
we
him
need to
move.
demand that these platforms operate independently,
Yeah,
free from
Life
government
like-
interference.
Life
Look at him.
It's
Hey,
time for
what's
us
up?
to be more
Video's
critical
sped
of the
up.
content we
No,
consume,
no, it's not.
question where
No,
it's
it's
coming
an
from.
Android.
Yeah, it
And for
is.
platforms themselves,
Android,
the lesson
man.
from Operation Mockingbird is clear. The truth
video
matters,
that's what it
and
is.
so does the integrity of the channels through which it is delivered.
I know you guys are.
Uh-oh. Wait, why did he say the truth matters? And then he showed a picture of the space shuttle. Does he know something about one of the space shuttle disasters that he's not
Yes,
telling us?
because he's a
Yes.
CIA plant to keep an eye on Mark Robert.
So he knows about the fact that the space shuttle didn't actually blow up, that it was just a cover because they were sending a mission to destroy an asteroid that was plummeting towards Earth. And
Dude, that was my senior year in high school, like 10 o'clock in the morning. We're watching it in class.
that was your senior year in high school?
Yeah.
Dude, I was in
Old
like sixth
motherfucker.
grade. Holy
I
fuck.
wasn't even. I was like, I don't even think I was.
Wait, what year
born
was
yet.
that?
86.
That was the year I was
Jesus.
born.
Yep.
Damn,
So
10 more
we're
years,
sitting
I was
there.
born.
I graduated in 86. So it was either 85 or 86, but it was my senior year. And we're sitting there and we're in psychology class. And the
That was-
teacher turns on the TV for us to watch it. And it's like, oh, shit. That shit just blew up. What the fuck, man? The whole school was watching it because we had just got
that was the
TVs.
one that had the teacher on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the teacher from Alabama.
Played it in class.
Yeah, she was from my state, and so I have a theory on this because it happened 4 days after
Camelot's
my birthday.
mom, right? That's what happened. She didn't
no,
want to own
fuck
him.
Camelot. He can eat my balls.
Alabama.
What happened was
Camelot.
I know. I'm
No.
just saying, but
Don't
this
tempt
is
him,
not a theory that motherfucker. Tony's right about us. We suck at doing this.
Wait.
No, we're the
Answer
best
my
at this.
question, Cynic. Are Alabamians combustible?
We're here to have fun.
No.
Oh.
No, we can't combust.
Well,
So
they
what happened
spontaneously
was they were
combust.
going to seed another planet because this one had failed, right?
Uh-huh.
Right. So they were going to do the launch. Then they found out I was born 4 days before that, and they blew up the ship because they didn't need to do it anymore. You're welcome.
Look at this. Look at
We'll
this
kick
fucking
that
faggot trying
motherfucker.
to
He's
be
out.
important.
He's gone. I kicked him off the show, Kevin.
Kick his faggot ass out.
He's out of here.
Objective over there.
We're
They
here
just
for
report the
theory.
news
So
as it
glad
is.
that
I know. CNN makes it. I know.
Is that supposed to be a lab line?
I was living in Maryland.
I guess
we
it
were
is.
living in
In the end,
Maryland
whether-
when that happened in my senior year. Leonardtown, Maryland.
I'm on top of
Fucking
Cynic.
old.
I'm above him.
What'd you
I'm
say?
above Cynic.
He
As all things should
Ruby
be.
called you old or some shit. Then he said he's
I didn't
gonna
call you old.
blow
That was
Cynic.
him.
Then he said he was gonna blow
No.
Cynic.
I said I'm above Cynic.
He's like, yeah, Dave's so fucking old, and I'm gonna blow Cynic.
Oh, I bet you would want that.
And
That got interesting real fast.
You know I'm racist.
Why is it
right?
always get gay?
I got a couple theories.
But it's only to the bankers.
Dystopian or weapons?
Ooh,
what?
what do you think, Jim? Dystopian theory or weapons theory?
I don't know.
Elemental's
Weapons
got
theory.
one.
Wait, what's the
Let's
story
go with
with
weapons
weapons theory? What's
We
that?
haven't done any weapon stuff.
There we go.
Oh,
This ought to be right up Ruby's alley.
yeah, I know a lot about weapons. You know, it was the blacks that bombed the Japanese, right?
I have a theory that blacks don't actually
it-
exist; that they're optical illusions.
Was it the
That
Tuskegee
is also
Airmen?
true.
That's who they sent over there?
Yeah.
Oh,
filled
when that
with-
meteor fucking exploded?
Oh gosh.
All right, what is
I
this?
don't know.
Definitely. We got the fires in California, of course, and we got the theories of supposedly a trained arborist is saying that this is direct energy weapons.
Oh,
The fires in
Twigs, the
California
needles,
were AI.
oh,
Okay.
It didn't ever happen. It was all AI.
It was all AI.
Yes,
let's hear
Went
this
out there
guy.
and double checked.
this dude's lying.
I think you're lying, Sidney.
The branches, even the trees will burn down, sometimes to a low stump or even a hole in the ground. Not like this one. This was the big Coffee Park fire in Santa Rosa, where 4,700 homes were turned to white ash. And look at the
White
trees.
ass.
Why aren't they missing along with the houses? Many of these are pine family relatives. Eucalyptus against that road there, or whatever that is, against the road.
Can you pause it real
Those are
quick?
eucalyptus back there, the round ones. Those are so.
Why is this in black and white?
I don't think it is, but it does have some kind. It seems to have some kind of gradient filter on, or some kind of.
Like,
Filter
dude,
to make it
show us
look
the fucking thing in color. I hate when they do this nonsense because again, it makes me think
Yeah.
AI. Like,
Wait,
what
that
Or
is-
the fuck?
effects, but
Yeah,
yeah.
the trees are green. You can see
Yeah.
the green of the trees.
Can you?
Yeah,
What the
Jesus, Jim.
fucking Jim?
I'm sorry, Jim. I ain't
Oh,
do
sorry.
agree with that.
That was an accident.
I do
mean,
think
they-
just the buildings without the trees is very suspicious, especially with eucalyptus, because eucalyptus are very flammable. They're oils.
I get it.
Mm.
But all right, go ahead. Go ahead.
I agree with the
So
picture.
flammable. A cigarette lighter in your hand can light those on fire. A green leaf, light them right on fire. The forest is primarily valley oak, blue oak, and California bay, which is a very combustible leaf. I can light them on fire again with a cigarette lighter. They didn't burn. There's a bay tree right there. The bottoms will always be burned right at ground level. No reason for that. Grass couldn't do that. It would take a lot of flames to do that. No, they're being cooked right where they're at. This was an entire bay forest, and I couldn't find one leaf burned. And somehow the leaves turn black. You notice the bottoms of these little suckers here, they're black. Almost every tree here is a bay.
Radiation
They didn't
poison,
burn,
yeah.
but the ground did. It's only a grass fire here. You can tell this was just grass, and it might have even been kept up. I don't see one burned tree. There's ponderosa pine, black oak, white oak. Well, there's a deodar cedar, to the left there a little bit. That's pine family from the Himalayas. And a digger pine on the left, the big multi-branch one. Nothing wanted to burn that big, just the house. Ponderosa pine forest. Little short ones and everything. Where the flames are in the needles, they refuse to ignite. Here's your eucalyptus. It's down in the flames, refuse to burn. Upper foothill or lower pine belt here. Very flammable areas. And no, they're not burning. And look in the background.
The vehicles are interesting too. I don't know does anybody know what regular vehicles look like that are burnt by fires?
About
they look
like
like
that.
this.
No, they look a lot like that. Yes.
Yeah, they look a lot like that. Yeah.
Okay.
The windows blow out and all that shit. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I more meant though that one van with the weird discoloration that could just be heat and paint. And
Yeah, just heat.
Paint starts coming off and everything. turns
Dodge.
dark
They do
colors.
shitty paint jobs, dude.
Right.
It's all about the paint and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, you'll see. Which is
But
weird.
it is weird. It is weird though that the fucking woods are still there. Like
it is weird.
Especially the really close to the houses and the eucalyptus, because those,
Yeah.
like I said, those are crazy flammable.
So were the firemen just trying to fucking protect the forest and let the houses burn down? I mean,
I don't know. It's weird though that how these
It is
cars would burn up
California.
like that.
yeah. What? Like that is weird. All right.
Fucking weird.
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 Chunks of metal everywhere. The two fire captains told me in their combined 60 years, they've never, ever seen a window melt out. Incidentally, every fire I've been to, all these 120 trips, not one window has been intact. Every single one has melted out. No exceptions. There's your aluminum. What's melting it this far away? What's keeping it flowing? These things will flow 20 or 30 feet from a car when there's nothing on the ground to keep them melting. That's a high temperature, but they keep flowing right across the dirt. Here's a fence line. They all look like this. Burn at the nails, burn at the ground. The only place they burn is at the ground and wherever the
Yeah, this part is the
That
sketchy
makes
part,
me
what they
wonder because
commented
that
on.
would be
They're targeting the metal.
That would be the metal, yeah. And that's
electromagnetic
generally would be
frequency.
electromagnetic or radiation, actually.
Yeah.
Right. The fuck.
Now I'm starting to think this all was directed energy
PSYOP?
weapons.
Well, this is the same thing Lahaina is reported too, and a lot of these smart city locations that are just conveniently going up in flames. You know.
Mm-hmm.
No, did you know that? Did you know
what
that?
fire does that? A normal fire would burn the post.
What's up, Jim?
To say, did you know that in the 1950s that the U.S. Army went on rooftops in San Francisco and basically poisoned the entire city with anthrax to see how well it spread?
I want to say
They didn't do a good enough job, goddammit.
No, I think 80 people got sick.
Oh, so it doesn't spread that easy then.
No, they realized they had to get a better way to spread it.
So it's not an aerial.
No, it's hard to spread through aerosol anthrax, but yeah. So yeah, but the fact that they did it,
that's nuts.
they also did something in St. Louis with some kind of.
Well, actually, I read into that. It wasn't just St. Louis. They did it actually all over the country. It was
Yeah,
just
with some
really
kind of cadmium
localized.
or something, or
Yeah.
palladium or something. They were trying to like see if they could irradiate black people, make them blacker.
I don't remember what the exact goal was, but they were just
was something
testing
weird, though.
aerosols on the populace in general. Like, oh, let's see what this stuff does to the populace. And
This is really weird. This fucking.
It is really weird. That's what I'm saying. Like all this stuff, it's the government doing it, man. Especially that guy Fauci. You know, like you know what Fauci's first job was when he worked for the NIH when he got hired in 1965.
Tuskegee Airmen. Yeah.
Yep. Not the airmen. No, Tuskegee experiments.
Experiment. Yeah. Yeah.
The airmen were different. That was the pilots
that
during
was
World War II.
1942 or whatever, right? Yeah.
Yeah. The experiments were when they were basically
Mind
pretending they were
people.
treating people for syphilis, and they were just kind of watching them, seeing how bad it could get.
And did it for 40 years.
Yeah, like a long time, all the way into the middle 70s, like 75, I think, or 76.
It was even later than that.
It could have been. I don't know. I know it came out in the 70s. I thought.
Well, yeah. I think more people found out later on that they were part of the experiment and were like, "What? I didn't even know that was a thing." And then, terrible. And they picked a certain population of people, right, Jim?
that they did.
Yeah.
That they did. Very, yeah. It We want to get back into this.
Oh yeah. Press play. Sorry.
Post from the bottom up, not skip spots. No, they favor the metals, of course. This is a tall post, perhaps 5 or 6 feet high, and way up high, eye level, just the nail area burned. Here's this board. What really burned? The nails on that board. This little guardrail is a park guardrail, and actually it's all wood. There's no metal here. The cross member, the long ones, and the post are all wood. And each one was burned like this, where the screws were. Many trees are cooking from the inside out. They're burned on the inside, and there's no hole to get a flame in there. This thing was about 4 feet in diameter in a spring, burned from the inside out, and not one leaf burned. When you look at the cuts, this is very important. These are 90% dead. They should not have that heartwood. The dark area is the heartwood. It shows me these things were cooked from the inside out. Here's a soil bag. It still had soil in it. That was there. The tennis shoe was there. And you see the black. There's black everywhere. A cushion for your chair. I see this chainsaw in the back of this pickup truck. The window melted out at 2,500 degrees. All the tires burned completely, leaving the slinky-like steel belts. That plastic should be gone completely, down to the metals. Didn't happen.
There's so much white ash in some of these photos. It looks like the
love a
heat
lot of
would
white
have been
ash in
really
my photos.
intense. However, it didn't reach very far.
Why is that? Why is everything reduced to white ash versus?
Well, I'm going to have to say it's because of the extreme heat. It's a different kind of flame. To me, these are microwave-based flames.
Ruby knows how to get rid of all the ashiness out there in California, though.
That is crazy.
What do you think, Jim? Is that a crazy theory, or is that?
No, I think there's a lot to it. I think we're going to find out maybe later. You know,
Yeah,
that
but
they
do
were
you
up to
think
something.
they would? I'm not saying that they, because I obviously believe the government's corrupt, but I just don't see them, burning fucking people out of their homes and killing.
Oh
people.
man,
That's why how that happened went for
Oh
them.
jeez.
Just calm down.
Sweet summer
Jesus.
child. Sweet
Oh
summer
my god,
child.
with an energy weapon though.
Oh, sweet summer child.
Dude, they got to fucking.
What else are they going to use
somewhere.
that could do something like that so
Literally,
conveniently?
they literally just have bums light fires.
Well, that would
Well, they
destroy
do
all
that.
the
That's
trees
the
and
covers. They have the
environment.
bums light the fires that they can blame it on the bums, and while they're using
Yeah.
energy weapons, they hit the areas they want.
They got to.
Let's see. This is for a Ruby King.
But, I mean,
This,
hold on. Have any of y'all ever done a controlled burn on a farm though?
yes.
Okay, so you know, like the fire just doesn't just go everywhere.
No,
Right?
it doesn't.
Like-
it goes where you want it to go.
Exactly.
Control.
And that's why they were able to control it into the areas and destroy the houses they wanted to destroy.
But even if it gets out of hand,
That's why
unless
Oprah's
it's
house was not touched.
in Hawaii.
Black or something. That's my.
That's because Oprah owns like a whole fucking island section.
And she drinks
All right.
baby blood.
She does, and trying to buy more.
All right, Ruby, this one is a video specifically for you.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. I'm Professor Jared Taylor. I am a historian and biblical expert. And today we're going to talk about the mark of Cain. So let's dive right in. Okay, so let's start off with the basics. Who is Cain?
Right.
Well, according to the Bible, specifically Genesis chapter 4, Adam and Eve had 2 sons, Cain
right.
and Abel. Abel was a shepherd and Cain was a gardener. Now, one day they brought offerings to the Lord. Abel a lamb and Cain, some of the fruits of his garden. And God was pleased with Abel's offering, but rejected Cain's offering. And so Cain was very angry, and he murdered his brother
picture
Abel.
is hilarious.
That's right. The first murder, the first ever, was committed by Cain against his brother
You've
Abel.
got to speed these up.
Now, after committing this heinous crime,
I agree.
God came to Cain
This?
and asked him, "Where is
whenever,
your
like,
brother's blood that is
His
upon you?"
speaking is so slow, man.
It's speeded up to 1.2.
Oh my god! Put it on normal for a second.
Oh.
Why does that look like? What you fuck up?
Hello,
skill
everyone. I'm Professor Jared Taylor.
Oh
I
my
am a
God.
historian and
He's on
biblical
fentanyl.
expert. And today, we're going
Okay,
to talk
speed
about
it
the
up.
mark of Cain.
1.5. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so let's start off with the basics. Who is Cain? Well, according to the Bible, specifically Genesis chapter 4, Adam and Eve had 2 sons, Cain and Abel. Abel was a shepherd and Cain was a gardener. Now, one day they brought offerings to the Lord, Abel a lamb and Cain, some of the fruits of his garden. And God was pleased with Abel's offering, but rejected Cain's offering. And so Cain was very angry, and he murdered his brother Abel. That's right. The first murder, the first ever, was committed by Cain against his brother Abel. Now, after
Come on, he
committing
used a
this heinous
rock, not a
crime,
cane. What the
God
fuck is
came
this
to
bullshit,
Cain
Jim?
and asked him, "Where is your brother's blood that is upon you from the ground?" And Cain said, "I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper?" And then God cursed him and put a mark on him, so that whoever found him would know that he was under a curse. And that
I'm with Fatty.
right
We need
there
like 3.5
is the origin
speed.
of the mark of Cain. Now, in the centuries since then, people have wondered what exactly this mark was. Some have said it was a physical mark, perhaps even black skin. Now, where did they get that idea? Well, from Adam and Eve until Noah, every single person was white. We know that because the Bible tells us so. However, after the flood, things changed. Genesis chapter 10, verse 32, tells us that the sons of Noah, specifically Ham, were the fathers of many peoples, and he was the father of Canaan. And some people have taken this verse, and others like it to mean that Ham was the father of all black people. Therefore, since Ham lived before Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Joseph, all of the black people in the world are descended from Ham, and therefore, by extension, all black people are cursed with the mark of Cain. That's what the Bible teaches. And that is the idea that has persisted through the century. Not only that, but
So
supposedly
did the Mongoloids exist in this
also
universe?
causes people to be more inclined to sin and to commit crime. And so
He said Caucasoids and Negroids. I didn't hear anything about the Mongoloids. What's going on here?
Again, that's what the Bible teaches.
They didn't exist.
The Bible teaches that
how did they
people
come
are
about?
sinners because
They're
they
fake.
bear the mark of Cain and have fallen short of the glory of God. It does matter.
I'm like an eighth
All
fake. All
people
right,
are
let's go, guys.
All
So is Ruby down there. What's up, bro?
sinners, and all people
We're fake, Ruby. We're not here. We don't exist.
I mean, just look at those hands. Look what happened. See, this guy stole shit, so they chopped one of his fingers off
And gave it to the dude.
and gave it to the guy next to him.
Exactly.
And the guy to the right.
That's some communism right there.
Yeah.
So many six-handed people here. Holy fingered people here. What the hell?
Yeah. Well, six-finger people were the Nephilim.
Oh, they fucked our alleles. We should have 6 fingers, guys.
Yeah, the Anunnaki had 6 fingers.
Did you make that yourself, Ruby?
No. The idea that black people are more
it's Razor
sinful
Kings.
or more prone to sin
Oh.
is completely biblical. And those who teach it
Did they DoorDash it for you?
and called out, just as the apostle Paul rebuked and called out the Galatian
Actually, that'd be
church
flat
for trying
too.
to add the Mosaic law to the gospel. Bottom line, the mark of Cain is a skin color. And 2, the mark of Cain does make someone more likely to commit crime. But that's what the Bible teaches. Well, I hope that cleared up the whole issue of the mark of Cain. If you have any questions, be sure to comment below, and I will answer as soon as I can. Also, please like and subscribe, so you can be notified
And Siswine. Lilith K and Siswine.
when I post new videos. Well, thanks for watching.
Look at AI,
I'll see you
it's so
next time.
You heard AI.
Oh, wait.
Okay, it's just fine.
Hey, who won the drawing contest, Jim?
I think EVS won.
Ethan.
What?
I
Ethan
vote.
won.
Yeah.
He won. I just.
Did he actually do better?
my
Did it
vote,
actually
my
look
vote.
better?
So, did you see the picture though? Which one was better?
I didn't
I'm gonna
even
say,
see.
the guy that lost his picture was better in my opinion.
Groot. Bigfoot
Thank
comes
you,
from a
Matt.
very.
Oh, not this, Jim. Not
Hey
this
there.
one.
Welcome
again.
back to the channel. I'm here to.
You don't want to watch about Bigfoot?
Have we not seen this one?
I don't think so.
Okay, not big. Okay.
No,
Pretty fucking checked out,
what about
man.
the expanding Earth
No,
where
I'm
he teaches
here,
you how
dude.
to,
I'm,
how to
Oh,
test
yeah.
the Earth? That's what we saw.
Okay. Now this is the
Yeah,
happiest
Razor
fucking
Kane.
presenter you've ever seen. Huh?
You get Razor
What the hell
Kane
is that?
combines the fucking. It's Razor Kings.
What is it
You gotta
though? What the
combine
hell
the-
is that?
Thigh? Is that a
It's
thigh?
the chick. No, it's a chicken strip. It's a chicken tender.
Oh, look.
It's a
it's
giant
big
chicken
ass thigh.
tender.
It's
Yeah, you put it on your
gigantic.
Texas toast. You put it on your
Oh,
Texas. you put it on
okay.
your
It's the
Texas
bread.
toast.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Great
Chick-fil-A
combination,
or
especially when you have-
Chick-fil-A or Raising Cane's, guys.
Never had canes.
They're,
You know
to
what?
me, they're 2 totally different things. Like, you know, honestly.
Hey there,
like, I know they're
welcome
both
back to
chicken,
the channel.
But, like,
I'm
one's
here
white
today
people
with
chicken.
Yeah.
One's like,
another
one's like,
amazing
I want
story.
fried chicken. So
Yeah, but it's a fucking tender. Yeah.
For
But
you.
any
My
KFC
name is
where that
Dr.
shit's
Hibbity
garbage.
Jibbity.
His name is Dr. Hibbity Jibbity, Ruby.
What does he specialize in?
Everything.
Oh man, generalist. All right, I like it.
You know how there's that Goodjing is a polymath? This guy is a silly math.
Okay.
Dr. Hibbity
He's a
Jibbity.
furry, too.
Now,
Look at
don't
him.
ask me where I got that name. I was born with it. I have a PhD in cryptozoology and
thought we weren't
ancient
supposed
alien
to ask
morphology. That means the study of big monsters. And today we're going to be talking about Bigfoot, Sasquatch,
Only the
Yeti.
big
We're
ones,
going to
guys.
go through their origins, where they came from, why they're still here, if they're still here. Now, first things first, the two names are interchangeable. Bigfoot and Sasquatch are basically the same thing. When you get up into Canada, British Columbia, Washington State, Oregon, Northern California, Nevada, Utah, even Arizona, New Mexico,